Almost everyone assumes that what we see around us is reality itself. Hindu philosophy says it is precisely the mistake. Maya does not mean the whole world is fake. It means that what we experience is only partial, filtered version of something deeper. And strangely, as we saw before, modern science may be arriving at a very similar conclusion. Physics, Consciousness and Reality, Dickie Dredd and Nigel Adams. This is part 54 of the video series, still on chapter 8, Framing and Foundations of Eastern Approaches. And today we will talk about Maya. So Maya, the concept of illusion. When we talk about illusion in science, and we did in earlier sections, perception as a survival hack, time as relative, the self as non-solid thing, we're not far from what Hindu philosophy has been saying for millennia under the word Maya. It's one of the most slippery and most frequently misunderstood terms in Eastern philosophy. Many people translate Maya as illusion, but that can give the wrong impression. It does not mean the world is a total fake or that nothing exists. It means that the way we ordinarily perceive and interpret the world is deceptive, partial, filtered, misleading. In the Upanishads, Maya is the veil that hides ultimate reality, referred to as Brahman. The everyday world of objects, people and events isn't unreal in the sense of hallucination. It's unreal in the sense that it doesn't reveal the full truth. Just as you mistake a rope for a snake in dim light, so we mistake our sensory world for the whole of reality. The rope is real, but our interpretation is skewed. That's Maya in action. Western thinkers often bristle at the idea because it sounds anti-realist, as though ancient sages were dismissing the whole of experience. That's not quite it. Maya is more like saying the universe is running on a user interface, akin to some of the sections in Part A. What we perceive is not the raw code, but icons on the screen. Trees, tables, people, those are like desktop folders. They're useful, they structure life, but they aren't the thing in itself. The metaphor lands neatly beside Donald Hoffman's modern interface theory of perception, where evolution hides the real complexity of reality and gives us only the simplified icons needed for survival. So Maya also has a psychological edge. It's not just that external things appear falsely, but that our minds project stories onto them. We build narratives of permanence, solidity, selfhood, and then suffer when those narratives don't seem to be realised throughout life. In Buddhist terms, we cling to illusions, and clinging breeds dissatisfaction. In Vedanta, and we'll cover that in a later section, we forget that Atman, which is the true self, is Brahman, the ultimate reality. And so we mistake our small self, our ego, roles, fantasies and fears for the whole story. Maya isn't only out there, it's the drama in here too. Historically, Maya has been painted in different tones. In Advaita Vedanta, it's a cosmic power, the Shakti, creative force that veils Brahman and makes the play of appearances possible. In more theistic traditions, Maya is sometimes personified as divine magic, the creative force by which God manifests the universe. In Buddhism, which questions the idea of a permanent self or ultimate substance, Maya is more about misconception and mental construction than divine play. But in every case, the point is similar. Don't take appearances at face value. Why does this matter for us? Because it resonates uncannily with the scientific picture we've already traced. Evolutionary game theory says we don't see reality, are only survival icons. Neuroscience says the self is stitched together and fragile. Physics says space-time itself may be emergent, not fundamental. Every road points to the same conclusion, that what we experience isn't the bedrock, it's the interface. And that's exactly what Maya has been pointing at for centuries. But here's a key point. Even when you know this, you still live in the illusion. You still see trees, feel selves, chase desires. Maya isn't something you escape by intellectual agreement. It's a structural feature of being alive. That's why the traditions that talk about Maya always pair it with practice, meditation, yoga, self-inquiry, and discipline. Not just to see through the illusion, but to escape its trap. So when we use the word illusion here, we should remember the Eastern nuance. Illusion doesn't mean nothing exists. It means that what appears is not the ultimate reality. Maya is the mask, the costume, the dance. To take the mask as a whole is to miss the face beneath. But the mask isn't meaningless either. It's how the play unfolds. And that's our first step into Eastern thought, the admission that the world as we see it is not the world as it is. Science gets us there with theories, equations and experiments. The Upanishads, written roughly 800 BCE or to 200 BCE, got there with metaphors, parables and stillness, and we'll cover that. We'll cover the Upanishads a bit later. Different methods, same unsettling truth. We live in a show, and mistaking it for the whole story is the deepest error of all. So Maya asks us not to deny the world, but to stop confusing appearances with ultimate reality. If this is true, perception may be less like a window onto reality and more like an interface designed to help us navigate it. In the next video, we'll examine impermanence, arnica, and the unsettling idea that everything flows and nothing's quite the same.